If you want to get to the bottom of this, implement the laws that have been enacted in so many states. There should be a ban on open grazing. Ranching is the way to go. The developed countries that we like to claim that we want to be like, that is what they do. But hey, what do I know? Coming up next, we'll be talking about Dangote slashing fuel price, but let's get your thoughts. The president has defended the emergency rule at Supreme Court. The High Court has transferred all cases related to the emergency rule to Abuja, and Delta State is to profile herdsmen and cattle owners to curb insecurity. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. WhatsApp is 080-903-06-416. We're live on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Nigeria Info PH. You can watch, listen, and engage. Please turn off your radio as you call. It's very important. My first call is from Robin, who calls from Eche. And Eche seems to have the kind of land that's cows. They like that Eche grass. It's greener. Hello, Robin?
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Oracle.
Good afternoon.
Firstly, on the statement credited to the president on the defense, I have thought that he would have sent his broadcast he made on that 18th as an attachment of his defense. Because in the broadcast that day, he never told Nigeria and the world what the Supreme Court is quoting now. He said the governor failed to supervise physical infrastructure that was bombing or pipeline. That's what he said. So why quoting Supreme Court that's no governor? Did the Supreme Court get judgment by asking that the governor should represent the budget to the assembly? It's a political matter. Why not that matter be sorted out politically? The contention is that the state of emergency is declared did not meet the constitutional provision because 305 from 1 to 6 did not give him the power to suspend elected governor for mere political disagreement. Then on the issue of the headers, let them be dancing. They should be doing the window dressing. Let them be decamping from party A to party B, postponing the evil day, wherein they know that cattle rearing is a private business. And therefore, the owner of cattle ought not to gallivant with his cow across this country, transferring cases from here to Abuja. The same thing they were doing before now. President Bola Tinubu is in charge with the FCC minister. Let them continue to travel on the judiciary and do that which suits them. Every drug has a expiry date. Good afternoon, Robin Mandari.
All right, thank you very much, Robin. Remedict from Eche. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. So I want to talk about the transfer of case to Abuja.
Okay.
Yes, the transfer isn't actually the best because it will actually frustrate those persons that actually are looking for justice. So the matter should have been allowed to hold here in River State. That would have been the best thing to do, the better one. Then on the one of the cow, concerning cow, like you said previously, ranching would be the best option. I remember, I'm a farmer myself, I remember a period when I made a fencing to keep the cow away from my farm. The herders themselves personally destroy the fence in order to give their cow access to my farm. You know, they say when cow eats cassava, that it makes it give back to three that mindset is actually end of the intention has found discussion of, because as long as they have that mindset, they will not want to intentionally and otherwise invade people's farm and destroy crops. So right now, the best option for us, if we do that, I think we have taken the right step in the right direction. Thank you very much. That's my submission.
All right, thank you very much. Emeka calls from Elele. Hello, Emeka. Good afternoon.
Yes, Emeka from Elele.
Yes, please.
About the President Tinubu defending the state of emergency in Supreme Court.
Emeka, turn off your radio, please.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
So, I want to ask President, is Supreme Court, is it involved in River State case?
Emeka, please turn off your radio. Please turn off your radio.
Sorry, but can you hear me now? I've done that.
I could hear you before. I just want to hear you once.
But can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay. The Tinubu telling us that the Supreme Court, according to their judgment, said that there is no government in River State. The Supreme Court also judged that he should unseat the incumbent president. Did they judge that judgment like that day? My brother, which means the federal government is there's conspiracy to hijack River State. If the president can make that kind of statement, it's very embarrassing that that day that he was declared state of emergency, did you mention Supreme Court? Did you cite Supreme Court case? It's a capital attempt to hijack River State at 2027. And over happy day that the National Assembly wants to pass a budget of River State. Why? I thought they said there's speed process that they want to bring back the governor. So which means they are not ready for the peace. My brother, we are in a crossroad. What kind of problem is this? We are tired. But it was pretty different stories. About the person case that have transferred Abuja. They want to portray those people that instituted that case. They want to kill that case naturally. It's a calculated attempt to portray them. Thank you and God bless you.
All right, thank you very much. Ida calls from Nkoro. Hello, Ida. Good afternoon. Hello, Ida. Are you there? Okay, I'm guessing he's not.
Yeah, I'm here.
Please go ahead.
My brother, I'm from River State. I'm staying for my budget to pass in Abuja. Bola Tinubu is telling me that Supreme Court that there was no governance in River State. My brother, Governor Singh did 64 projects. That was going on. And Bola Tinubu is telling me that there was no government in River State.
Okay. Well, the network definitely has other plans. Logoman calls from HA. Hello, Logoman.
Yeah, Samara Kuchinedu.
Good afternoon.
I greet you especially. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Go ahead.
Yes, Logoman. The presidency defending the state of emergency, for me, is very unfortunate. So, upon all that our women are protesting, upon all whatever we are doing, crying, in making sure that our governor is returned back to Brick House, this president fell deaf here. So he wants us to remain where we are. It goes to show you that this president Tinubu does not love River State. Because if he do, or whatever we are doing in the state, what is to him? My brother, I don't see him going to defend this state of emergency. Despite that, we are saying that the information given to him was wrong, but he's still defending it in court. My brother, I don't know the kind of politics we are playing. I don't know the kind of democracy we are practicing in this state or in this country. Please, I want to beg, Mr. President, if really you love River State, if you want to get to vote from River State come 2027, stop defending this your evil deed to us in this state here. Okay, why transferring our matter? Why to Abuja? You have already said it that home advantage matters even in football. I want to say that River people, it's high time we should go beyond what we are doing today. Because I'm not seeing Mr. President and the Minister allowing to come back. Because what they are doing today, it goes to show us that they don't want him to come back. And we allow somebody. We keep on talking on radio, we keep on talking on social media, every other platform to register our displeasure, but all to no avail. We will correct the wrong come 2027. Because I know too well that Pablo is benefiting from River State. Mr. President Tinubu is also benefiting. The FCC minister and his supporters are benefiting from this emergency.
Okay, look, thank you very much. But to be clear, the president did not transfer the cases to a court. Clearly states that the Federal High Court did the transfer. You want to make a case for the president's influence on the judiciary. That's another conversation. But while we respond and react, it's important that we get the facts right, especially on hard facts. NDBC from Wimpy. Hello, NDBC.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yes, good afternoon. Go ahead.
Okay, I want to talk about the profiling of men in Delta State.
All right.
You know, it was vis-a-vis, insecurity in that land. A certain popular guy, Harrison Gwamishu, have been shouting on his lawns about this insecurity in Delta State, especially, around his own invariants of Washubu, Ukuluku, the rest of them.
Okay.
It was during Buhari's time that we talked a lot about open grazing. Open grazing was open grazing as against the benefit of ranching. Grazing, was an age thing that was not sustainable any longer. Currently, it has to go, and many persons have spoken about it. That open grazing is not going to go. But Buhari kept saying we should establish the grazing route. We should, that's a key kind of mindset of leadership. And you can see where we are now. For the benefit of that, those who may want to know more, ranching is the way to go. And if you say that why do you expect to go and buy land, you need very big hectare of land to do ranching, I agree with you. But the people who are in the cow business, they are not poor men. They are very wealthy, even people in this part of the country. So they come together. Collaboration is the key in all these whole. Collaborate 1 or 2, 3 Alhaji, our own people here can come together and rent, hectares, and it gives a lot of opportunity for employment and some other allied services that will come from it. Country, we will go see fowl nose or mouth. We'll be asking where does this fowl eat from. It's unfortunate that we will leave the maintain and will be chasing rabbits. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Minaso from Africa. I've lost that call. Raphael from Emoha. Okay. So let's take messages. Well, I'm on YouTube at Nigeria Info PH. Watch, listen, engage. Go to WhatsApp. Greetings, Oracle. President Tinubu defending declaration of state of emergency. All the listed reasons given by the president are watery and would evaporate like a liter of spilled fuel before Section 305. Even the so-called extraordinary measure that proponents of emergency rule flaunt like a golden flag at every slight opportunity is preceded by there must be an actual breakdown of law and order. Was this the case in River State? Godwin from Chinda is asking. Oracle, with regard to the office of the President Tinubu's claim that at the time of pronouncement of the emergency rule there was no governance in River State, some might take exception to that it was not correct. I'm curious to know, was that defection and absence of 27 lawmakers out of 32 assembly members spelled in a way a total vacuum that warrants emergency and elected governor of River State? There was emergency rule and expression of anger by the president over the haphazard or non-implementation of the 8-point resolution. I think this is a deliberate move, giving Governor Sim a hard nut to crack. And when he could not, the emergency rule continued, even after the stipulated 6 months had elapsed. The aim is clear. Who held siege of Rivers Resources? Kevin Yobu Frank from Port Harcourt. And Ogu Justice says the president's legal team to cite, we expect the president's legal team to cite the section of the Constitution to empower the president to suspend an elected governor. Okay? I'm live on Facebook and I'm taking comments from there. Ogu Justice says, so the FHCPH is not here for any Rivers residents that has issue against the federal government. You should go to Abuja. It's a total insult. Whose legal team the section? Thank God at Webu, student Dangote refinery slashing petrol prices nationwide. There's nothing to jubilate. At Tinubu writing National Assembly presenting a budget, I weep for my dear state. What conversation? Take up 4 o'clock. Collins Agumagu says Tinubu defending of Rivers emergency rule at the Supreme Court is a statement that is in true condition, because as at when the emergency rule was declared, there was no government in Rivers State. Okay, Jude from Omuma. Hello, Jude. Good afternoon.
Yes, and good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
The cases related to emergency rule in Rivers State being transferred to Abuja. I am personally worried. Worried in the sense that this is another way, another means of stalling those matters, of stopping those matters from being had. The activists that have gone to court, these are young activists who have not begun their lives. What they do as activists is voluntary. Nobody pays them. They defend the oppressed. They are young lawyers who may not be able to even pay their flights for several adjustments. Yes, for several times the matter may be tough. I know pretty well. I just did the father's shoe. The father was one of us, a renowned activist. So I think it is intentional to make sure that these cases will not go on. Is it constitutional that matters that happened in a state can gradually be taken over by the Chief Justice of Nigeria? If the president or presidency didn't do it, but I agree. That order came from the Chief Justice of Nigeria. Is it constitutional or a show of power? These activists will not be able to send the several adjournment. It's another way of solving the matter. So I'm so worried.
All right, thank you very much. Chima calls from Rumokuta. Hello, Chima. Good afternoon.
Hello, Mr. Oracle.
Good afternoon.
There is nothing indicating here that this matter is already like that in the Supreme Court. What will the lower court judge against the Supreme Court? Can the lower court say otherwise? Now, if the Supreme Court gave the formal judgment that what do I say, that indicted the governor, the matter of defection was still lying down in the lower court. What the lower court said, we cannot put our hand in the matter whereby we have passed as an officer the Supreme Court. Now you heard that matter is in Supreme Court by governors. When direct, because it is their right, so they can sue the private government to Supreme Court direct. In a particular case, and you went to sue the matter in the lower court. What do you want the lower court to judge, my brother? Fact is, after they have seen it constitutionally that they cannot do anything otherwise about what the Supreme Court will say, and send it to the of Nigeria. What are you crying for? If you are pursuing justice, this is to do justice. You want to, it's expensive. Life is expensive. So if you want to do something, then you do it well. Push to that place. To me, I do not see what they are crying foul about, because if the Supreme Court gives the judgment, the court cannot turn it. Okay. After the president again, what else again do you want to do? The only fact, for the mere fact that Supreme Court gave a in River State. Imagine a state that there is no government. I do not do something by emotion. I do something by book. The book says there is no government. Then forget about there is no government. Now let me make you say something. Do you know Supreme Court that specifies the government of Tinubu? It's not Supreme Court that he got judgment. That Supreme Court says there is no democracy in River State at all. It automatically means that anybody they want to do. That is why the assembly can lock the gate. That is why assembly can travel. That is why the governor can go to somewhere and come back and eat any help to eat. So that one alone.
All right, Chima.
To condemn the president and condemn the Supreme Court judgment.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Chima. Can I run through the final headline? The Dangote Petroleum Refinery has announced a fresh reduction in the pump price of premium spirit, that's petrol, across the country, with new rates now ranging from 875 to 905 per litre, depending on location. The new price regime, which marks a 15 naira reduction per litre across all regions and part retail outlets, was posted on social media window of Dangote Refinery on Thursday. Well, I'm guessing that by extension, it will touch you and I. Thanks for being here. Business News comes up at 4. After that, we talk. Stay with us.